This Multica article is really a playbook for building an AI engineering squad around Kimi K2.6, not just another one-agent chat demo. Multica published it as a long X article, then backed it with screenshots and a real end-to-end product clip. That clip is silent, so this video uses generated narration, but every beat stays grounded in the original article, the real UI, the open-source repo, and the official Kimi code install flow. The core claim is simple. Stop treating coding agents like isolated tools. Start treating them like teammates with roles, memory, permissions, and a workflow. The article opens with a complaint every developer already knows. Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, and Kimi Code CLI are all strong, but every fresh window starts cold. Yesterday's discussion, this morning's spec, and last week's repo context are scattered across tabs and terminals. Multica's answer is to turn that pile of tools into one shared workspace. In their model, humans and agents live on the same issues, comments, repos, and permissions. Agents are named teammates. Runtimes are swappable execution engines. Skills are reusable company playbooks. Autopilot is the scheduled trigger system that keeps work moving without a human babysitting every step. And the repo backing all of this is public, with more than 17,000 stars, so this isn't framed like vaporware. It's positioned as open infrastructure for human plus agent teams. From there, the article shifts into setup. First, install Multica itself. The post shows 3 paths: desktop, web, or self-hosting from the GitHub repo. Multica clearly prefers the desktop app for this walkthrough because local repo integration, multi-session agents, and notifications work more cleanly there. Next comes Kimi Code CLI, which Multica now treats as a first-class runtime. The official install command is curl-capital-lcode.kimi.com/install.sh-pipe-bash. Then you log in with Kimi login and verify the install with Kimi -version. Once the runtime is ready, the next move is to create a workspace, name it Nebula Labs, and bind the Multica AI/Multica repository. That repo binding is the handoff point. After that, agents can check out code, create branches, and open pull requests inside the shared company workspace instead of acting like isolated terminal sessions. Now the staffing model. Multica does not pitch one superagent. It pitches a team. In the article's fictional company, Nebula Labs hires 5 roles. Kai is the engineer. Atlas is the tech lead. Ray handles review. Tia triages new work. Ran writes the weekly report. The most useful part here is not the names. It's the prompt design. The article shows Kai's system prompt in plain language, with responsibilities, personality, output expectations, and hard red lines. For example, Kai can read code, write tests, and open a conventional commit pull request, but Kai is not allowed to review other people's PRs or touch CI without approval. That same pattern extends to the other agents. This is the first big practical lesson in the source material. Prompt the role like a job description, not like a clever one-shot prompt. And keep humans in the loop where judgment matters, especially merges, ambiguous triage, and final decisions. Once the team exists, Multica adds the 2 systems that make it feel less like a dashboard and more like an operating model. The first is skills. The article describes a skill as the company handbook the agents can actually execute. If your team keeps pasting the same staging instructions, database rotation steps, or release checklist into issues, you turn that recipe into a reusable skill instead. The second system is Autopilot. Multica defines an autopilot as a trigger, an agent, and a task description. That is how you get a daily triage pass, a Friday report, or a review cadence without manually kicking off every run. Put together, prompts define who the agent is, skills define how the team works, and autopilot defines when the work starts. That combination is the real product thesis behind this article. Now watch what the article's own demo is trying to prove. It is not showing a benchmark. It is showing an operating loop. The first proof point is triage. Tia, the issue triager, is running on a local Kimi runtime and thinking through a batch of GitHub issues. The log explicitly says she wants to create workspace issues for 21 GitHub tickets. You can see her reasoning through issue titles like installation failures, model names showing unknown, Windows daemon crashes, Docker image requests, and file download bugs. So the first claim on screen is that raw GitHub intake gets turned into structured workspace work, not just a one-off summary. The next proof point is the board itself. In the Nebula Labs issue board, those imported tickets now live in normal workflow columns like To Do, In Progress, and In Review. The cards carry real issue numbers, titles, and GitHub references. Some are feature requests. Some are bug reports. Some are in Chinese, which is useful because it shows the workflow is not limited to one neat English-only happy path. That matters because it shows the agent activity is landing in the same board a human teammate would use, instead of disappearing into a terminal transcript. Then the demo pivots to Kai, the engineer. In Kai's task queue, multiple bug tickets are already running or queued. The visible jobs include the Windows daemon crash, the install failure, the board card description bug, and the plugin completion bug. Atlas, Ray, Tia, and Ren are listed as separate agents beside Kai, which reinforces the article's main framing. This is not a one-agent wrapper with nicer branding. It is a shared workspace that schedules specialized teammates against a live queue. That is the moment where Multica stops looking like a chat wrapper and starts looking like a scheduler for an engineering worker. The strongest section is the issue detail view. The demo opens the installation failure issue, and Kai posts a concrete fix summary. The explanation says the root-level name field in Docker Compose files breaks older Compose versions, so Kai removes that field and preserves the project naming behavior by adding -p Multica to the install scripts and makefile. The message lists the exact files changed, the validation result, and the branch name. You can also see the issue history, with Tia creating the issue first, Kai moving it into progress, then the thread filling up with a real engineering artifact instead of vague agent chatter. That is the kind of record a human reviewer can actually inspect. And then comes the handoff. A human teammate, Jiayuan, drops a short comment that says create a PR. The issue moves into review, and the task is marked complete. The whole sequence lands because every state change stays visible on the board. Tia turns intake into issues. Kai executes. A human stays in charge of the final call. Multica is trying to make the space between those steps feel like one continuous company workflow, and this demo is the cleanest proof in the source pack that the product can at least stage that rhythm inside one shared interface. The article closes with sensible constraints, and that is a good sign. Start with one agent, not an instant org chart. Write prompts with explicit red lines. Keep merge authority with humans. Treat Autopilot output like first-class issues so you keep an audit trail. And use the best model where it matters, while cheaper models handle routine shifts. That is a much more grounded message than fully autonomous hype. If you want to reproduce the exact stack from the source, the official surfaces are straightforward. Multica.ai for the product, github.com/multicaai/multica for the open source repo, and kimi.com/code/ant for the runtime install docs. The interesting part is not any single model. It is the operating model around the model. That is what this Multica and Kimi K2.6 piece is really selling.